bannange omusajja tanjagala oba tanjagala nze tewali alinjagala. Get over it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, Stesh is my name, and today is just a day of exposing myself, but it's okay. I just want to be able to talk to you about the major word rejection. After we have had so many acceptances, the way we start off the year with so much excitement, this year is my year, today is my day, some major rejections can end up happening. Things that we don't anticipate, things that we don't see coming. So how do we deal with those and move forward on a positive note? So without further ado, let's dive right in. So I will start with some little story time to give you perspective on where I'm coming from. And this is in regards to two things, both career and personal life. So I will start with the career one. So not so long ago, I found this beautiful job after a long time of trying to find a job, because I've always been between two things, either entrepreneurship and career or both. Yeah. So for the first time I was like, okay, you know what? I need, to be financially stable. I need to be in a good place so that I'm able to develop my life as well as get some capital for my business. So I applied for this beautiful job. It was amazing. I took it up. And yes, not so long after, I had to leave. The reason it is that I had to leave is because, one, it was, so you know how you serve probationary period? And then my probation was extended because, in the moment I actually thought, okay, one or two things. It was my first time being in this particular career path, but also I came to notice after some time why things happened the way they did. So you know how they get you as a bench warmer before they can get someone that they really want for the role? I know it sounds shady and everything, but yeah, these are our people, this is the world that we live in. So anywho, I take up the job, I give it my very best for 6 good months, and then one morning I walk into the workplace. It was even Friday, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Friday. So I'm like, where is everyone? Especially the people on the management team, because I was on the management team. Where is everyone? Guys, only to look through everything and check the boardroom finally to see an interview is ongoing. So I see this person presenting their everything that's in my exact role. Where? But the previous person had actually warned me. She was like, this person can tend to be like this, like that. So just be, just be careful around them. Just watch out for yourself at the end of the day. Look out for yourself and make sure you're keen on what's actually happening in the company. So I tell my friends, is this what I'm seeing? Is it just me, or they're actually interviewing a replacement for me without me knowing and everything like that? Anyway, long story short, I leave the job. When I left that job, so many things happened. In that moment, of course, I felt a certain kind of way because, one, I really enjoyed what I was doing, and I'm those people if I like the job, I'll give it 100%, I'll leave at 10 p.m., whatever. But at that point, so many things were happening. One, I was scared because now I went from having my finances in check to, am I going to be able to survive? I had signed up for insurance. I had done all these things. So it's now it was coming back to a reset of, okay, I am not going to be able to make my ends meet as I thought I would for a certain period of time. And it's always important not to make almost semi-permanent decisions based on a temporary something. So of course I had moved houses. Thank God I was still in the same payment gap of rent and everything, but it was such a bummer. Long story short, in that same season, I kept on feeling okay, maybe I was not good enough, because who would do that? Why would they replace me without telling me? All those things were in my mind. I kept on remembering how the exit interview was done. It didn't even really happen because the person just saw no need to give me any closure. And they were like, yeah, it's on this day at this time, just pick up your stuff and leave. Anyway, it felt a certain type of way. It felt weird. It felt like actually this is the loudest rejection I've ever received in my life. I kept on wondering, God, what did I do wrong? Even if I had done something wrong, I had tried to put policies in place that created transparency in the workplace. Come and talk to me, treating people with respect. In that regard, my God, just know stuff did not go well, and it felt like, for a long time it kept on ringing in my head. It even made me feel worried and scared about applying for jobs that maybe, according to me, are above my experience. Because from there, I just kept on thinking, what if I take it and I'm not, the right person for the role, and then they give me all these assignments and I'm not able to deliver and all that. So if anything, my insecurities grew from there with regards to career. I kept on feeling like I cannot apply for certain jobs, because then what if I reach there and I feel like an imposter and I feel like I'm not well deserved for this role or for that much money. So it was just a whole phase of thoughts, emotions. It was not funny, but long story short, I'm still trying to get over that for some good time I told myself, if the role is not junior, I don't want it. If it's senior, I don't want it, because what happens if what happened before happens again? But then I came to understand, after some time, of course, and after hearing more information from other people in this company, what was happening, I came to understand it was not about me. Did the damage hurt less? No, it didn't. But at the end of the day, I kept on remembering, you know what, Stella, you are who you are, you bring the best that you bring. If you faulted in any way, that's a way to do better. Because I sat down and I'm like, okay, maybe here I could do better, here I could improve. Because I want to always look at both sides of the coin before I look like the victim, before I make it look like, you know what, I'm the only one who was ill-treated in this whole situation. So I made peace with it eventually. I got to know where I can do better as a person. I told myself this was an experience, you'll meet another great place, you'll be able to be paid well and all that, but it was not funny when it was happening. But that was the first rejection. Okay, so the second rejection was relationship related. So it was back in like okay, what I remember for sure is like I was around 23. I was 23 years. So I had done some great work for my boss, and in a way to reward me, she paid for me to go with another group of people, high inclusive, to Lake Bunyonyi. It was around Christmas, 27th into 31st of December, where it was really, really, really great. I get there, so there is this particular guy I had seen on the bus when I was going to Cavalry, right? And this guy also got out at the same time with me, but I didn't know where he left or he went. I didn't even care. So only to go to the place and actually find him there where we were going to be. There is a place in Cavalry called Edirisa. It was a very beautiful place, lake view, everything very lovely. So I reached there, and of course there is a group of people I had always like worked with online, but we had never met in person. It was a beautiful experience. But then there was this particular person that my boss was very keen on me meeting. She kept on saying, oh, Stella, I would really like you to meet so-and-so. Let's call him, John. I would like you to meet John because he's someone who works on things that you really, really like, and I think he would stand out so much. So I would like for you guys to meet. So, we were not even going to do anything work-related, but yeah, sure, we took pictures by the lake with many other people. It was so fun. Time for sharing tents comes, and of course, everyone were allocated as girl and girl, but then in the night, the boys were like, no, you guys, this is not fair. Where is the mingling and the fun in this if we cannot be in different, tents and whatnot? So, me, I was okay with any tent. Honestly, I was happy to share with my friends, at least the ones from Uganda that I knew. Other guys like that. So my boss is like, so and so. John used to share with Stella. I'm like, okay, it really had to be like this, right? So yeah, we take in our stuff. We go to start making dinner. We were making pizzas and stuff. Long story short, we get really well acquainted with this guy. He's very smart, so we were having very many intellectual conversations, family, friendships, all that stuff. and he's into media. So, and those are the things that I like to do. As you can see right now, your girl was out here trying to make connections since the get-go. So I talked to him. He even tells me, I had told him I want to start a YouTube channel. Again, this was like a million years ago. He's like, yeah, YouTube is nice, YouTube is interesting. You just really have to learn the do's and don'ts and how to do it. You can start basic and you keep growing in it. I'm like, you got this. I'm going to give this my very best. You're joking. Anyway, after some time, we kept on talking even after the trip. And the beautiful thing about this trip is nothing happened. It was really just like a sweet friendship. I was like, this is going well, this is going well. And of course he was older than me, so I like guys who are mature in their way of thought and everything like that. We come back to Kampala, I go check out his workplace, his studio, whatever, where they do voiceovers. His friends were really nice to me. I'm like, you guys, is this what I'm seeing? Is this it? And you know how like sometimes guys like do this thing whereby they're showing you extra attention. He would call you, you pray together, you take pictures together, you take walks, we would have like lunches, dinners, whatever. His birthday, I took him for a treat. My birthday, I think it wasn't even my birthday, but he just took me for another date. He did the treat. It was all nice, right? But you know how like when you ask someone, so where are you at relationship wise, what's with you and everything, he's like, I'm trying to figure stuff out. I just came back from London and I had been with someone, but now it's over, so I'm just trying to start afresh. So I'm like, oh cool, right? So again, when I was young, I was stupid. That's it. Like there is no way I'm coming back from that one. For me, in my head, when someone used to tell me I'm on a journey, in my head, I don't see your journey. All I'm seeing is that this is our destination. This is what our kids will look like. We shall make 10 kids and teach them how to make sweaters. That's all I see. There is nothing else. Again, life taught me better. But anyway, so because of the synergy that we had, you know, these people, he was going to travel. He would take for me pictures at the airport. When he's getting breakfast, checking on you. How are you doing? No. He had a kacham and everything. He would like even book me like some good deals. He had even promised to book me like some modeling deals and everything because I do commercial modeling sometimes. Well, anyway, so long story short, I tell my friends, I like this guy, but I feel like he's playing slow. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to find a way of hinting it. Since he's going to travel, I'll make sure that I send it when I'm sure he has set off. So what happened after I sent him the message, I knew that he was not going to be back in the country for at least the next 2 weeks. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to keep my peace until then, because now I went from being so scared of the outcome or what he will think to, you know what, for me this is me trying to save my time and my energy, like not to be investing in someone, checking on them every day, listening to their stories, their personal information, without me knowing where we're going or where this is going. Because I mean, we're, you know, great and everything. But yeah, he told me, you're such a great person and every guy will be very lucky to have you. In fact, for me to have you in my life, it's an honor. You know those people who speak a lot of Luzungu, just trying to beat around the bush, instead of saying it as it is, that you know what, in as much as this is what you expected. And I know I didn't read it wrong, because this is a person who would send me pictures, what he's doing, if he's working, send you a new piece he's working on, and all those things. So I knew I was not wrong. But anyway, I guess he was not yet ready, and that's fine. And for me, after that, I just talked to my friends about it. We laughed about it, and I moved on very fast. Yeah, he eventually reached out to like get me some modeling gigs for commercial modeling, for advertising and everything. But I think my mindset had already like said, you know what, it's chill. This guy is kawa, but he's just not the person for you. I made peace, and that was it. So, friends and family, I tell you this, not just to give you stories and, you know, but just to tell you that this, for me, this is my take on rejection. First of all, rejection sometimes is not necessarily about us, in as much as in that moment it looks like everything is about us, our stars are wrongly aligning with the universe, like everything is not going to work out for us. it's just sometimes the things we tell ourselves when we are feeling bad and bummed out by the situation of not being accepted by the people that we think we loved and everything. But rejection is a redirection. And I'm not here to say that it won't hurt. And yes, it might be a redirection, but sometimes it's just not a magical lead, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Not to be a negative Nancy, but I know that sometimes the rejection was just meant to happen and everything stays there the way it is, and that's it. But when you look at it from the grand scheme of things, after you have been rejected, one, as long as you're still alive, the worst that could happen is for you feeling the pain, feeling sad, and moving on. And having to break down all the buildings that you had constructed in your mind of what this thing could be. That's step one. It's destabilizing, but I think it taught me that even when things seem like they are going well, especially with things like career, it's important to have a backup plan. Not that you're anticipating failure or that things are not going to work out, but you just have to know that the same way someone can wake up and live today, if you come and tell your HR, for example, or your manager that I need you to increase my salary because I've been giving my A game and I've been in this company for this long, and they say no, trust me, it's not because you're doing a bad job, and it's not that you're going to now go back and do a terrible job. But now you need to know, after I have been rejected from this place, after all the value that I bring to the company, and also you have to know where is the company in that moment when you're expecting the raise, before you can say, okay, these guys have done this to malice me. You can now say, you know what, I've been looking at some other opportunities elsewhere. That's in your mind. Then you start maybe actively applying so that you can go to the level of career and finances that you're looking for, instead of staying in that place hoping and praying that one day they'll see your value and either give you that promotion you've been waiting on or give you a financial raise. Then for me, the third way I see rejection is, it's not that deep. Again, depending, it's really not that deep, because when you look up, when you stop putting this person, if it's like a relationship rejection, when you stop putting this person on a pedestal, before they have been here in your head, my one and only, my king, my queen, the one I deserve, the one who sees me and everything, and you come back to the level of, this is just a human being like me. Just because they feel like they don't want to be with me, it does not make me any less of an awesome person. It does not mean that I'm never going to amount to anything in this life. If anything, it shows that then sometimes you are better for the person, and they found a good thing they were not ready for. So because they were not yet ready for that good thing, it's not now for you a thing. It's not like a green light to sit down and wait for this person until they're ready for you, because they'll never be ready for you. But rather for you to move on, be your best self, live your best life, do the things that make you happy, meet other people, and who knows what might come out of that, instead of like sitting here and wallowing, banange omusajja tanjagala oba tanjagala nze tewali alinjagala. Get over it. Get over it. You're an awesome person, you're an awesome guy, you're an awesome lady, and in the future you'll know why it didn't work out with this very person. You will be able to know. And when you remember that, you'll even laugh at yourself and be like, why was I stressing? Why was I stressing over a guy or a girl who cannot even do this and that? Or why was I stressing, thinking that it's me with the problem, yet it was that workplace, the boss was a toxic person and he just never saw it, you know? So it's never that deep, and trust me, it all gets better eventually. Time fades out things, time heals things, and your perspective also has to change, so that you're not holding on to and holding those people in your heart, but rather saying, it was fun and nice while it lasted, but I gotta take my leave. So that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much guys for sitting with me and watching this video. Feel free to tell us in the comment section, when have you been rejected? How did that feel? How did you deal with it? And also, this is just 1 second that I'm giving you so that you can subscribe. In fact, let me make it a moment of silence for you to subscribe. It's that fast. So please subscribe to this channel, because it helps me grow as a person, as a channel, for me to keep on giving in the work and doing all these nice things. I love you so much, and don't forget to do your best, be your best, and God will do the rest. Bye.